Hey, long time no see. I've not been doing very many unfinished objects because I've had heck of a lot on my I cussed a heck of a lot on my plate dealing with getting home and getting everything cleaned up. If you see somebody walking around behind me, I've rearranged the furniture so that my comfy chairs, which I have just acquired, are now in front of the window so that I can look outside in the winter when it's miserable, but also see the TV, which is important for finishing unfinished objects. So, this episode, we're going to talk about the one long unfinished object that I'm working on and its complications. Plus, I'm going to share with you Tony, who is in the UK still from our long junket, because we were on the cruise together, but she went on to the UK and is house sitting for her son, who lives in Clovelly. So, Tony in Clovelly had 2 years ago. The last time Tony was in Clovelly visiting her son and her daughter-in-law and her grandkids, she crocheted her son an amplifier cover for his amplifier at his request. There was leftover yarn. And so this trip, Tony has knit hats with the leftovers. Unfinished, clearly, right? She had yarn left to finish. In addition to that, she told me she is not going to crochet this year, that she's going to improve her knitting skills and forsake crocheting to do that. So it's an interesting unfinished object project, trying to improve her skills, because really, what are unfinished things? At least for me, when I put something down, it's because I haven't worked out in my head what I need to do with it yet, right? So, unfinished completion by Tony. Now, on to my unfinished. So, we have a little problem. This happens to me a lot with unfinished objects. Right now, the Irish crochet is at a standstill because the center linen medallion got lost. Jean made me one when I was there. I brought it home. I had it together. I had it out. I was in the process of finishing it. Then I got in a car accident and totaled my car, and I have not seen that center medallion since. Now, I'm not sure if it got lost in the car, or if I brought it home and I was so traumatized that I lost it, or what. However, since this weekend's goal is to clean out my sewing room and sort through all my junk, it might take more than a weekend because I got lots of junk in there. But since that's the goal, that means that maybe I will find the center medallion, and I also may find what you are about to see. So, and I'm positive my inaugural unfinished objects channel that this came out, and we saw that at the time. The sock that I'm about to talk about also may have been in that initial video. But right here, I have this orange sock that I knit 10 years ago. Not this one, the other one. And I was experimenting with the stitch design. When I finish this, I will put the pattern in the comment in the region below, or a link to it, because I will provide you with this pattern. It's a fun little ribbing, so you get all the stretch of ribbing, but it sort of looks like a cable, but it ripples, right? It's a little ripple texture. It's very comfy on the feet. So I've been working on this second sock. Well, guess what? The first sock has now gone missing as well. So even though I was solving my second sock problem, and I will tell you that this is now a 10-year-old sock, the missing sock is 10 years old. I am about to finish the second sock, but have lost all traces of the first sock. So now the good news is that I have enough yarn to knit that second sock. However, as my husband says, I will then have developed the curse of the third sock, and there will be 3 socks floating around that match. He thinks there's some sort of curse associated with that, and that I shouldn't let it happen. But we'll see. Another big problem with the fact that I have now knit this sock without the first sock in my hands is that who knows if this is going to even be the same size. I have no clue. So, the dilemma is, for this unfinished project, 3 socks, 1 sock, finish this sock, then put it down, and then potentially have another unfinished project, or hopefully find the first sock. I don't know. It's a conundrum that I will have to work out. This weekend will be cleaning up the sewing room, which has become the alleyway of death for unused items. most of which isn't even mine anymore because I tidied it up once, but there's plenty of my stuff in there as well. In addition to that, my lace group, I'm a member of the Portland Lace Society, and if you guys are in the Portland, Oregon area, Metro Salem, you can, as long as you're willing to drive up once a month or so, you can join. Probably don't even have to do that. The Portland Lace Society is having a little contest this year for members, in that they asked us to guess how many bobbins we owned, or tatting shuttles if we're tatters, and then go home and count them. And then in January, there will be prizes for the fewest bobbins, the most bobbins, the closest to your guess bobbins, all of that. So I need to go count my bobbins. And like most of the gals said, who the heck knows where all my bobbins are? I have no clue. Both gals who sort of introduced this fun time had over 2,000 bobbins each. I don't think I have that many because I haven't been making bobbin lace that long. So I probably I guessed 238 is how many. No, I think I guessed 237 because we had this weird discussion about how we probably have an odd number of bobbins, either because one breaks or you don't buy them in pairs, yada, yada, yada. So, yes. So I've got to count my bobbins, which could become an unfinished project in and of itself, but hopefully not. Okay, yeah, that's the conundrum of the day. 3 socks, 2 socks, missing sock. Tony's completion of some unfinished yarn and a goal of knitting all this year and improving her knitting skills. And then finally, the untouched but getting ready to be touched sewing room. That is definitely an unfinished, hellacious project. I'll try and remember to link both the first video I did where I showed you the unfinished sock project, the video, I believe I've taken you a tour on my messy sewing room. So I'll show you a video of that and you can see the depth to which my problem is. Now, the depth of the problem is even bigger because once I empty it out, I have to rip out all the walls because that's in for a giant remodel. It has icky painted paneling on the walls and no electricity. So we need to bring my sewing room up to modern capabilities. I'm a little worried about what we're going to find back there too. We're also going to insulate probably. Okay, that's it for me for this video. About 10 minutes, not too bad. I will see you, this is going up on Friday, a day late. I'm going to try and get back onto my Sunday, Thursday schedule. Knock on wood. Actually, is it Sunday, Thursday? I think really I should try Monday, Thursday, just because Sunday is a pretty difficult day. So I'm going to switch up, pay attention, Monday, Thursday schedule, and get back to working on these unfinished projects because there are oh so many in my life. If you want to see the shenanigans going on, remember to subscribe, ring the bell so that you're notified when no videos come up, and tell your friends. We got some unfinished stuff to do. Oh, and finally, send me your photos by email at tina@blacksheep@arenco.com or Instagram, hashtag Tina's Unfinished Objects, or I need to make an Instagram page. I was just thinking about this the other day, so I'll be doing that. And, or Facebook, you can send it to me at Facebook because you're likely my friend, or you can send it to my business and my partnership at twistedpico.com, and I'll put all those links below. Definitely send me your unfinished stuff, both unfinished or if you finish something, send me it. I talked to another friend at the Portland Lace Society, and she's doing the same thing, but she's not a techie girl. But she said she found lots of projects that were very, very old. So I know we all have them unless you're a very, very organized person. That's not me. I'm not organized at all. Yeah, update. I'm so mad. I don't know that I've ever had a catastrophe like this before. So the unfinished sock with the missing, the one I lost. The first sock I lost. This is the second sock, but now it's the first sock, right? After struggling with the Kitchener, because I always struggle with Kitchener, I fixed it. I finished it. I was going to turn my sock wrong inside out to hide the end. I put my hand in to turn it inside out. I'm joggling you so that you can see the nightmare problem I have. Now, I tried these socks on last night. There was no problem. There was no snag. Nothing wrong. Now, there's a big old hole in my sock. Nobody's been home. I don't know what cut a hole in my sock. I do not think moth activity could do it that quickly. What the heck? Now I don't know what to do. Do I tear the sock out and reknit the stupid thing? This is way at the beginning. Do I darn it before I've even worn it? Or what? I don't even know if I have enough yarn for us 2 socks now. Maybe this is why this sock, it was destined for pain, this sock. I don't even know what to do. Don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think I should do. I'm about ready to burn them, honestly. Anyway, I'll see you on probably Monday. Bye.